What if I told you that beating Dark Souls 1 with bow and arrows only is not only possible, but actually super easy? Let me show you how. What's up, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary? Welcome to Attribute Gaming. I'm the Nordic Rapid, and I'm here to show you the best way to beat Dark Souls 1 with bow and arrows only. Let's go over some rules. First rule, you can deal damage by bow and arrows only. Second rule, if you deal damage some way else than bow and arrows, you have to reset the area. And third rule, you need to kill every boss in the game. That's it, let's begin. Begin the game as always. Wake up, get your gear, slay the demon. The real challenge begins from Firelink, and I was immediately faced with the reality. Oh yeah, I have to buy arrows. That makes the game trickier, since I always have to run back and forth to buy arrows, and I'm using the same valuable currency to level up as well. So you win some, you lose some. I chose my weapon of destruction to be the Composite Bow, as should you. It has best overall rating, fires fast, and the base damage is really good. The only con is that it doesn't shoot that far, but we'll figure something out. Now, getting the bow this early is anything else than easy. You have to get it from the deep New London, with ghosts constantly chasing you. With the power of save and quit, I somehow managed to get the bow without much of a trouble. Take the stairs up, where you would normally open the floodgates, and you'll find the bow along with some large arrows on a corpse. Run back and shoot Ingvar for the key to the seal, open the floodgates, and drop down to get the RTSR. You don't need to use it if you don't feel comfortable enough, but since we really try not to be close to the bosses, it may be worth it. Now to buy some arrows. From the Undead Merchant, I bought around 100 standard arrows. You should save the rest of the souls. First boss is the Taurus Demon. It will be pretty simple, and it takes around 20 standard arrows to beat him if you get every arrow to hit the beast. Bone back to Bonfire, but don't use your souls. Instead, let's run back to Firelink, through the Valley of the Drakes to get the Crash Crest Shield, and again through the Darkroot Basin to Undead Parish. Buy 4 Titanite Shards from Andre and upgrade your Composite Bow to +3. Use the rest of the souls to buy arrows. It's time to ring the first bell. If the hollows on your way are too much of a trouble, you can safe spot them and this dude through one of the windows. You can already deal a decent amount of damage to gargoyles. It took me a few attempts, mainly because I suck, but in the end they are not that bad and I managed to beat them. After ringing the bell, go and buy 5 Titanite Shards from Andre and upgrade your bow to +5. Level up your strength with the rest of the souls and go back to Firelink. Now beat this dude to get the Fat Ring, and most importantly, do not get Fire Maiden killed. Next, Capra Demon. This fight can actually be hard, only because of these dogs. Take your time and find good openings to kill the dogs first. I found it best to run up the stairs and drop down if necessary to get into a good position to shoot the dogs. You can cheese Capra quite efficiently up here too, and you deal already nice damage, so the fight won't be long. Let's head to the sewers. Get the large Ember so we can upgrade the bow even more. To make fight with the Gaping Dragon even easier, you can snipe the Channeler. With the boss itself, I found it to be quite hard to hit its head, so I didn't bother. From a safe distance, shooting anywhere in the body around 60 to 70 arrows should do the trick. Bone back to Firelink and level up. I leveled strength to 25 and dexterity to 20. I recommend to buy mostly large arrows, but I bought 100 large and 100 standard and decided to level up strength to 26. Time to ring the second bell. Quillak is surprisingly easy, since she always staggers when you hit her human body. With large arrows, you can also deal quite good damage. With the second bell rung, give the large Ember to Andre and buy weapon smith box. Don't use your souls, instead run through the Sen's Fortress. Pick up 2 large Titanite Shards from the chest after the first Sorcerer's Snake, 2 from the corpse on the roof, and go to Crestfallen Merchant to buy 5 more from him. Go back to Undead Parish and upgrade your bow to +10 with Andre. Use this guy for RTSR setup, and time to shoot the giant upstairs. Not for the boss itself, but you will get Titanite Chunk from him. It should take like 7 standard arrows or something, but be careful with him throwing the balls. Pick up the chunk and fight the boss. Aim for the legs, and it should take just few arrows to make him to fall down. Let the Batwing demons carry you to Anolondo and level up. I leveled strength and dexterity both to 27. Make your way through rafters and arches into the castle. Set up RTSR if you dare and face the duo. It only took a couple of attempts, and only because I tried the battle with RTSR setup. I had to play a little bit cat and mouse with them, but when Orstein was down, Smo alone was a piece of cake. Shoot the princess and gain your lord vessel. Now back to Firelink and to Undead Berg to kill the Black Knight for Titanite Chunk. Then back to Zen's Fortress. Go and kill the gate opening giant for one more Titanite Chunk. If you don't know where he is, drop down from the first pendulum walkway, and in the corner in the direction where you came is a little stairs to a ladder. After the ladder there is an illusory wall. Break it and face the giant. Buy few arrows if you need, kill the Black Knight in Undead Parish for another Titanite Chunk, and level up. To upgrade our bow even further, we need a very large Ember from New Londo. Drop down to the bottom. The Ember is in a chest upstairs in an area where you fight several dark wraiths. I recommend to kill the dark wraiths because they will cause trouble. They also have a chance to drop Titanite Chunks. You need 2 from this area, so if you don't get them from the wraiths, you can find 1 behind this illusory wall in a chest, and 1 in a chest in the room before Four Kings boss fight, where you find the slimy mass of souls enemy with the spears. Give the Ember to Andre and upgrade your bow to plus 14. If you don't have enough, you can get the last Titanite Chunk in front of Giant Blacksmith. Now to get the bow to plus 15, we need the Titanite Slab, and we can get it from Stray Demon. Let Raven carry you back to Asylum and face the demon. Now the Stray Demon is a quite tanky one, but with the RTSR setup it was merely a speed bump. Remember to pick up the Peculiar Doll while in here. While you upgrade your bow and all that is left is to beat the rest of the bosses. By leveling Dexterity and Strength, you can get a bit more damage output, but it's up to you how you want to spend the souls. I decided to go to Gwendolyn. Fight with him is really annoying. You have to lurk behind the pillars and hope that you hit him. The fight can be long, but with a lot of patience, it's doable. Find this video useful or interesting? Go and hit that like button so we can spread the video to others. Painted World. Don't bother going down to the well, just skip the bridge and save yourself from a world of frustration. We have a quite good damage output, so Priscilla shouldn't be a problem. Just stay far enough away, track her footprints and punish her. I bet that Moonlight Butterfly has never been easier and more frustrating at the same time. If, and only if, you manage to hit the creature, it doesn't take many arrows to claim your victory. With Sif, I found the fight to be more difficult with range than with melee. I always fought close to Sif, so I didn't have any clue how to time my dodges when fighting from a distance. Since we are here now, let's kill the Hydra. You actually can shoot the Hydra from a safe distance with the Hawk Ring, though the damage you deal sucks, so it's better to take on the beast close. Beat the Dusk and head to the archives. Now warning, these damn crystal hollows can be a pain in the ass, so be extremely careful, especially if you don't kill the boar to use the bonfire. To the first Lord Soul. I used the Duke skip to avoid going into the dungeon, since we can't kill the Snake God with bow and arrow. Fight with Seed the Scaleless is pretty straightforward, but you need a lot of arrows if you don't use RTSR. With a little bit of patience, you will acquire the first Lord Soul. I decided to do the DLC now. Sanctuary Guardian turned out to be as annoying as always. It is best to wait for the openings and play safely. After the diving attack and the 4-hit combo, I found to be the safest, but also occasionally from a safe distance you can try to shoot at him. Fight with the legendary knight Artorias is a long one. Like always, the best time to hit him is after his dash attacks, when he is buffing himself, and after a 3-time front flip combo, never after 1 or 2 front flips. Artorias is really predictable and easy to read, so if you can get your dodge times right, it's going to be a walk in the park. You can actually cheese Manus by shooting him with arrows from here. It needs quite a precise aiming and probably a long bow since I couldn't hit him a single time. The fight is similar to Artorias, just find the right timings to shoot. After his one-handed or two-handed slam, 4-hit combo, and spells, is usually time to shoot an arrow or 2. And also if you're comfortable enough to use RTSR, you can deal really good damage to him. Calamite was a different thing. Took a few Ls before deciding to go for other bosses first. Pinwheel isn't any more difficult than normally, but Nito on the other hand, oh my god. The skellies, man, the skellies. I will not lie to you, this sucks. It is quite tough to hit the skellies when they are rolling, so they will be constantly chasing you. I chose to change my strategy and went to pick up the stone armor. Let's try again. Now it is possible to easily tank the skellies and shoot them in peace. It's also possible to tank Nito as well, but I recommend to have some healing items with you. The same strategy applies to 4 kings as well. Tank, shoot, heal, repeat. Your DPS will probably not be enough to kill 1 king before second spawn, so be aware. Try to stay really close to the kings, since the hilt of the sword deals less damage than the blade. Back to Calamite. This time he barely made me sweat. Best chance to shoot him is after basically every move except the head swipe. Try to stay in good distance from him, not too far but not too close, and move according to his attacks. Usually you can lock him into the motion of constant fire breathing, which gives you a lot of chances to shoot him. Only Isolith left. At this point, Ceaseless is quite easy if you can dodge his slow but big and heavy attacks. You can stay in a safe distance from him, but the further you are, the less damage you deal. It's relatively safe to stay even close, so I'd recommend that. Of course, you can also cheese him if you like. Demon Fire Sage is a boss that usually gives me trouble, and this time was no different. With the Fire Sage, keeping your distance might be a bad idea, since he has quite the reach. Centipede Demon gave me a hard time, though I didn't die to him. In the end, I found a safe spot and could freely deal damage to him while he was jumping up and down. And then Bed of Chaos, well, you know. And that leaves the Lord of Cinder himself. This must be the most frustrating battle with the bow only. I tried first with my stone armor strategy, but it didn't pay off. I know there is a way to jump on top of one of these ash piles and cheese him from there, but I didn't go for it. Parrying might be a valid strategy, but I found that shooting after parry is really slow. So I decided to go for hit and run tactic. I quickly realized that shooting him might lock him into a sidestepping animation. When he does that, you have time to breathe and put yourself together, shoot another arrow or to heal. Wait for the moment he does one of his slower attacks and punish him. Rinse and repeat, and you can proudly say that you beat Dark Souls with only bow and arrows. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!